Yes guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking this beauty. I love this club. I love it off the tee. I feel like I can hit any type of shot with it, but you know what I love? I love it off the ground. A lot of golfers I teach struggle with this shot. Why? Because let's be fair, it is one of the hardest shots in golf. A couple of key points you do need for this club. You need speed. Speed creates backspin. Obviously, combine that with your angle and your swing and whatnot, but speed is going to create backspin for height. And it's an absolute given. But I'm going to try and give you a couple of extra tips that might help you just improve this shot a little bit more. We're going to talk a little bit about how we strike the ball. With an iron, I think we all know that the angle of attack is important. We're going to hit down on the golf ball to compress it. We know that the driver has gone on a nice high tee and it's forward in the stance, and we're going to hit up on the ball to lower the spin and create some height. So what does this club do? This is a little bit of both, isn't it? We want to hit down on the ball a little bit to create a bit of backspin, but we also want to hit relatively flat to use the loft that we've already got to create some height as well. So it's a nice combination of the two, almost very similar to a hybrid. So first things first with the 3-wood, how to measure the correct ball position. So what I do, put the feet together, take a little step with my left foot, my lead foot, and a slightly bigger step with my right foot, or my back foot. As you can see now, it's not in the middle of my stance. It's not in driver position, it's just set slightly back. So that's going to give me the opportunity to hit down on the ball and to hit across the ball, come in a little bit shallower. So I'm going to try and create the height through quality ball position. Loads of height. Oh, I told you I love this club off the ground. All right, so second most important thing, we've covered the ball position, we've boxed that off, that's the easy bit. The next thing is the impact position. So with the ball position being slightly further forward in the stance, we've got to make sure that we don't start to try and drive the head forwards towards the golf ball as well. What I want to try and see from this, we've got the ball position slightly further forward in the stance, therefore we've got a club head behind. My head, as a result, is probably pretty much in the middle of my feet. So as I swing and hit this shot, I want my head to stay there, but I want my lower body to start driving through. My lower body is going to be a key for bringing a good impact position, and it's going to be key for bringing speed, but it's also allowing my spine angle to be slightly tilted away from the target as I hit my shot. If my spine angle is slightly tilted away, then it's allowing me to come into the golf ball shallow enough here without hitting the ground to kind of glide the ground and gather the ball on the way up. If I can do that, gather the ball at what we say in your mind like a 0-degree angle of attack, so we're not neither hitting down nor up, we can use the lower body for that position with rotation and head behind the ball, hands working forward, that we can gather the golf ball without any grass. Like that. Whoa. I hit the ball so much better when doing a golf tip. Now, point number 3, and this comes down to the golfer. This is the point number 3 will basically determine whether your golf swing should be doing this in the first place. I see a lot of golfers that swing it too much from out to in, and golfers that swing it too much from in to out. Those golfers that swing it from out to in, because you come into the ball quite steep, actually, you don't mind this club, do you? You don't mind hitting a 3-wood off the ground. You put the ball position further forward in your stance, and you can cut across the ball, you can hit down, and you can gather the ball quite nicely. Now, I would happily argue that you don't hit the ball anywhere near as far as you could. Because of the angle down, you're creating too much backspin, but on the flip side of that, it's probably going further than the alternatives. Therefore, it's a good golf club for you to be using for your second shots. Back of your mind, you've got to be thinking about trying to straighten the swing path to therefore improve the distances throughout the other golf clubs. But definitely golfers that swing it from out to in do not struggle with this anywhere near as much as golfers that swing it too much from in to out. I see a lot of golfers and they swing and they get to this position. Now, if you've got a really long club with low loft and you come into the ball too shallow, you're not creating enough of an angle down to hit any backspin to get the ball airborne, but also because it's such a long club, golf ball from the inside and you're encouraging ground before the ball. And that is one of the key things I do see with golfers for this type of shot. Golfers that swing it got quite a flat, drawy swing really do struggle with long clubs off the ground, like a 3-wood in particular. So how can you fix it? Well, it's quite easy for me to say, well, try and fix your golf swing, get the swing up nice and high. But it's important that you do get the feel. If you are in this position, this upper body's got to really rotate. And this goes for every golfer anyway, but you've got to be really positive with your upper body in terms of its rotation, back down to the golf ball, back down through impact, so you can create an angle of attack that's steep enough to hit down on the ball. So if you're a golfer that swings a bit too flat, keeps the lead arm below the trail shoulder, then you've got to make sure that on the way back down, you are really kind of rotating forwards a little bit more and not allowing the club to get too stuck behind the body. Too stuck, you will be stuck and you will hit the ground before the ball. When you do catch it, it will always come off with a bit of a flat, low ball flight, but that would be okay. However, the more often than not, you are going to get it a little bit too stuck on the inside, and that is not a good place to be, let me tell you. So as we go through this last tip, making sure we've got the ball position in the correct place. Ball, there we go. Impact positions rehearsed, lower body's going to drive forward, head's going to stay behind the ball. And now I'm going to make sure that on the way back down, I'm committing enough with my shoulders on the way down that I can go and get the ball, and make sure the club face as well, make sure the club face has released and rotated back to neutral so I don't lose it in either direction, left or right. 3 of the best fairway woods I think I've ever hit in my life. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this tip. Lots more to come from the sunny, glorious Dubai. Lots of golf tips. If you've got any golf tips you'd like to see, do follow me on my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I do comment on there, I do post on there asking what tips you'd like to see. Also, if you prefer a Facebook account, I've got Carter's Golf on Facebook where all these videos will also be uploaded. But for today, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do comment below, like the video if you've enjoyed the video, if you think it's going to help you. Whew. See you soon.